Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Harry Haviland, the OTT Sports Network. We're back at the Apex Ice Arena, kicking off this Silver Sticks tournament. Turning out right away, special guest OG Carl Christensen, president of the OTT Sports Network 2 years ago. I know you are. That beach hut in Malta is still there, Carl. Welcome back. It's great to have you in the house.
Harry, it is great to be here on a Silver Sticks weekend. You know, you've heard of the Masters, you've heard of, all of the biggest tournaments in the world. The Stanley Cup, the Super Bowl.
The World Cup, it's going on right now.
The World Cup of soccer.
This is bigger than the World Cup of soccer.
This is bigger than the World Cup of soccer. We are reaching more viewers than the World Cup is right now.
It's absolutely amazing.
You mentioned the bar in Malta. I've been there for the last 2 years, negotiating my contract with myself. It's been a tedious process, but I'm excited to be back on the airwaves.
I'm glad you figured something out. Having you back here is amazing. Coming in, checking this out. You guys played in a tournament last weekend. Hunter's on the PeeWee AA team. Shouts out to that team. But here we are. It's your PeeWee A squad. Everybody kicking it in here. We've got one game today. We've got one game tomorrow morning at 8:30. We got another game Friday. We got another game Friday. Potentially on Sunday. We got hockey coming in from all over the place. Coming off that Vail tournament right now. And just looking to get a jump back in their step here. This PeeWee A squad didn't do exactly what they wanted in Vail. I don't know if you tuned into all of it, but
we did. And I think obviously, you went up to Vail. Vail, beautiful spot.
Oh,
great
absolutely.
Place to go up there.
Moe's Barbecue.
Hockey. Beautiful bar, Moe's Barbecue. You've got the Avalanche Bar next door. Great sponsor of ours. An OTT Sports Network, but you go up there, maybe it's the jet lag, maybe it's just too much pool time. I don't know what it was, but I'm hoping the boys get it back on track. I've seen the ups and downs of this team, and I'm hoping they're coming to the weekend and they hit the ups.
They've got the potential. We've all seen these kids fly. We've seen them go against the top teams in the league, and I'm telling you what, they're in for one this week. We are playing 3 of the top. I'm not sure where DU fits in, but I think our other 3 tilts are against the top 3 teams in the league right now. So we've been more of a tournament team here. We've been taking on tournament games, and we only have 4. So we might be lower in the standings. We have 4 league games compared to some teams that have 10 or 12. But this is set to challenge these kids. We're set to go right now.
Tough slate, Harry, but excited to see the tilt tonight. We've got Arapahoe donning the yellow tonight. Arvada in the clean blacks. I love the clean black look.
Clean blacks with those breezer covers, just looking sharp out there.
Sponsored by OTT Sports Network. Breezer covers looking real clean. I'm hoping they're producing some results for us tonight.
We're set to drop this opening puck. That's Cohen at center ice. He's got Kai and Colin on his wings. Lexi and Milo on defense. Big number 32 in between the pipes. That's Win. Coming straight into the Arvada zone. Milo's looking to collect that in his own corner. Goes hard against the boards, and Arapahoe comes out with it. They fall on that slippery ice to start this. Milo gets it up to Kai. Kai walks around one, and he's coming up. He's got Colin on the other side. Gets it over. Colin takes a shot, score! Just like that. I'm telling you, Carl. I told you they could do it. Kai over to Colin, just buries one, just like that. 11:38 left to go in the first period. Arapahoe trailing 1-0.
They must have made the call down to the bench. Carl Christensen is back on the airwaves. We've got to put a show on for him.
This team does not want to disappoint Carl Christensen, I tell you that.
22 seconds in, and just a great dish from Kai, and just buries it.
Colin puts that one in. They're leading 1-0 early into this game. OG back on the mic with Harry. And Wynn makes the big stop coming around the other way as it's deep in the Arvada zone. He's going to see that face off over his right shoulder.
Wynn, heck of a player. We see him, Monday, Tuesday, Thursdays when we practice together. Great goalie, great skills. And we actually have Hunter Christensen coming into the first intermission for an interview. He's going to break down goalie play through the first, so it should be exciting. Tune in for that.
I'm looking forward to that, and I think we're going to be maybe even seeing Hunter. We'll talk to Hunter about that in the first intermission, but back to the play here. It's deep in the Arvada zone. Owen out there into the corner now as he rings it around the boards, trying to find Nick on that far side, out to the front to Jax. Jax just hammers that off the boards, gets pushed out, and that's going to be offside, but then it comes back out again before they blow the whistle. Arapahoe collects it back inside their own blue line, coming through the center ice. ripping it up off the boards, walking into the Arvada zone towards the front, loses a handle on that before he can get a backhand off, and hammered hard into the boards there by Jax. Stepping out to Nick. Nick gets that one blocked back over to Owen. Owen finds a falling Alex, but gets that clear of the zone. Arapahoe swings it back one more time, walking across that pass, goes across the crease. Coming out the other side, here's Nick. Nick can wheel, comes across the blue line. He's got Milky on the far side, shoots that one, it's gloved down by the Arapahoe goalie. 10:23 left to go. Arvada leading 1-0 here in the first period.
Arapahoe really timed puck of possession down here in the zone, but Arvada on the breakout gives some opportunities and chances the other way.
These kids can wheel. I'm just hoping that the right kids want to reel at the wheel at the right time, ready to go. Answering a few messages here from our fan base coming across as I'm missing out on the play. They step back on side, and here comes Ethan. Ethan walks in, takes that shot. It's just gloved down to the side by the goalie. He's got Anderson in front, fighting behind the net, trying to make his way to the front. He's got those white laces in now. I'm used to the orange laces. Now I got to look for a number. Arapahoe comes back into the Arvada zone, push that one and stick to the side by Wynn. Into my blind spot corner. They're fighting for it here on the near boards. Arapahoe holds it in on the point. Back in the corner, chased down by Bo. Got a stick up on Bo, but he manages to get it up around the half boards, but back out to the point and not all the way out. Kept in by Arapahoe to the front, and he's collapsed on by 3 different players. They hold that in. It doesn't escape the blue line. Back in around. Going to be picked up by Bo. Hard off the boards. Looking for Anderson. Back to Bo. Puts it hard off the boards that time and manages to clear.
Good clear there. And big shout out to the fans coming up. Obviously, Thanksgiving weekend. A lot of family, friends in town. It is a packed house at Apex tonight. My sight lines, I got about 120 degrees of ice that I can actually see with all these fans here.
It is tight in here. The fans are going crazy. They're pumped on this early Arvada lead as we've got 8:49 left to go in the first period. We've got fans tuning in. Lorley Sutherland, Tom Haviland tuning in.
Big shout out to Tom.
Great to see. Great to hear Carl's voice again. You know, Tommy's been missing you.
I've been missing Tom.
Out to the far side, that's Evan just outside of his reach, but he pushes it up. Now Cohen skates across. Cohen comes in, top of the circle, takes the shot, and that one's gloved down. Cohen gets his own rebound, shuffles it back in, and it's held on to the Arapahoe goalie. 8:21 left to go in the first period. Arvada leading 1-0 here on the OTT Sports Network, Apex East Arena. We're here all weekend long, as you will be with us, and we appreciate it just as much as these kids do.
Good face-off win there, back to Lexi.
Cohen in behind the boards, kicks it around, back to Kai, back to Cohen. Cohen trying to center that, looking for Colin in front. Colin's pestering over on the far boards, gets it back out, goes past Lexi, over to Jax, and then over to Kai. Kai trying to sneak that one around the defender, doesn't manage to do so, and Arapahoe comes the other way. They're going to be offside. How offside was that? But that's all right. It's too early in the weekend for me to start yelling at referees. I'll leave that up to a couple of parents here that promised me they wouldn't, but I don't believe them.
Harry, I haven't seen an offside that bad since the summer.
That's another. Oh,
yeah,
he waved it off and then he blows it down. I haven't seen an offside that bad since the last one.
Summer of '68. Do you remember that tournament?
Summer of '68. We were in Omaha, Nebraska.
Omaha, Nebraska.
It was
hot.
Oh man,
Hot. It was so hot the ice was melting.
The ice was melting out in the middle. It was in a cornfield too. Like I don't even know how they kept the ice cold enough.
You've heard
for
of
us.
Field of Dreams? It was Ice of Dreams.
Ice of Dreams.
Yeah.
Omaha, Nebraska, '68.
That sounds like a great beverage. Ice of Dreams.
Patent pending, OTT Sports Network. Shot on net and saved by Wynn. Picked up by Alex, puts it across the boards over to Nick. Gets there first is Arapahoe's. It's back in behind to Owen. Owen backhands that one over to Milky. NWB. That's a patented term for sure. No weak backhands. Milky fighting for it here. Milky kicks that one out. It's going to come all the way down the ice. Goalie's going to let it go. And they're going to call icing on that one. Wheeling it all the way back into the Arvada zone with 6:59 left to go in the first.
You know, Harry, if we had a hockey school, which we do, BDH, big shout out to Big Dick Hockey.
Big Dick Hockey.
We would focus on NWD, no weak backhands.
No weak backhands.
You see it in the offensive zone, you see it in the defensive zone, you see it in the neutral zone. You know what it does? Nothing.
Nothing, absolutely nothing. Coming in now, Milky with those long legs, reaching out, being helped out there by Nick. Nick gets to it first, into the corner, puts it around the backside, over to Arapahoe. They go off the boards. Nick pressuring hard, gets it off the boards, picked back up by Arapahoe as a couple of players collapse on that puck, and they come back the other way. 2-on-2, shovel this one into the Arvada zone. Off the stick of Bowen in behind to Owen. Owen backhands that one off the boards over to Milky. Milky with a dangerous pass in front, picked up by Arapahoe, circling back into the Arvada zone. Milky still fighting for it against two yellow jerseys. They go into the corner. Owen helps him out. Now that's Bowen there in the corner. Shovel back in. Owen steps in front of it, but 99 for Arapahoe gets it toward the front. They take that shot and it just goes wide.
Harry, I was just about to mention it, but Arvada's done a great job so far of keeping that puck out of the middle, keeping it along the boards, keeping it out of center, and then right before I was about to say it, puck comes loose right up front.
They manage to kick it off to the side though, and they do it one more time into the front, but Arvada collects it before it gets a shot off, but just can't get it out. Milky eventually flips this one in, and Arapahoe kicks that all the way back into their own end. Icing waved off, as you're not allowed to shoot it back into your own end for an icing, are you?
You are not.
Arvada pressuring in there, holding it in as Milo. Milo kicks it in. That's Evan in the corner. Evan trying to find Ethan in front. Evan still fighting for that puck against two Arapahoe players. Arapahoe doing a really good job of collectively coming together in these 2-on-1 battles. They're beating Arvada on. Evan chasing it into the corner now, back in the Arapahoe zone. Up off the boards. Ethan trying to push it towards the front of the net, still fighting for it, going hard against the boards. Off the stick, back in by Ethan. Suck around by Anderson, by Evan, sorry. All the way back out to Lexi. They regroup at center ice. Lexi dumps that one in hard as Arvada steps back on side. Arapahoe behind their own net with 4:45 left to go here in the first period. Arvada leading 1-0 after that quick goal by Cullen to start this game. Arapahoe walks in, backhands that one towards the front of the net, makes that other pass just off the tip of the stick and into the corner. All the way back out to the point. Shot tipped, and that one just goes wide. Diving play, trying to get that up to Evan. Evan bangs it off the boards, and Ethan pushes it to center ice.
Good opportunities there.
Here comes
Arapahoe.
Anderson. Arapahoe collapses on him one more time into the corners. Ethan trying in towards the center. Arapahoe picks it up. Coming out 1-on-2 against Lexi and Milo. They decide to shovel that one in and wheel off for a change with 4 minutes left to go.
Arvada looking to get that neutral zone game going again and push this back onto the Arapahoe side. Big hit there at the blue line area.
Takes a shoulder at the blue line there. No call. Oh, Jax gets that one up. It's tipped over. Now Anderson coming in, gets his stick lifted, but still fighting for that puck as he goes into the corner. Anderson collects. Back over to Arapahoe behind their own net. Wheeled all the way around the boards. They're flying in the other way, coming in on Owen and Jax. Owen gets it in his skates. Jax pushes it over to the side, and they shoot that one wide. Arapahoe still with all the pressure here, maintaining the zone in the Arvada end as they come back out to the point. Cohen trying to get that one off to the side. In front of the net, kick back out, and Arapahoe walks in. Win with a big save, kicking that one up over his net, and now wheels back around the other side. Cohen with the backhand off the boards. Jackson backhands it over to Cohen again. Cohen backhands it up the boards to Arapahoe. They walk in, take the shot. Wind flashes the leather, hangs onto that one. 2:47 left to go here in the first period. Arvada feeling the pressure, Carl.
Hey, Harry, they are really dictating this in the offensive zone. It looks like it is slanted like a ski hill down over here, but Arvada doing a great job of keeping him clean in the goalies. Not even sure what I just said there, Harry.
I couldn't hear you with the music blast on the far side, but I'm sure anything you say is intelligent. More than what I would say is when makes a second save, third save, and a high stick is whistled down. And they're going to take that outside. That was an Arapahoe high stick.
As I was saying, though, doing a good job of keeping him clean in the net there, though. Only faced a couple shots, good saves, though. Keep this game 1-0 Arvada off that big opening goal, 22 seconds in.
That one could prove to be huge here as we're going to see what we do continuing into this game. The key to this game is Arvada staying out of the box. There has been way too many penalties. They had a big video session yesterday. Brought in some expert help talking to them about penalties. Hopefully it all sunk into them as they're deep in the Arapahoe zone at this point as Arapahoe's trying to come out, but Colin's fighting for it in the far corner. Gets that over to Colin. Colin trying to flip it back to, or Cohen over to Colin. Kai in front. Cohen goes into the corner. Arapahoe just collapsing on the defensive zone. 4 players into that corner. You don't see that.
Top line of Arvada, though, really pushing it for Arvada and carrying him on the offensive end.
I think Arapahoe's been studying some game tape too as they're coming in hard now, broken up. Arvada backhands that one out. It's going to go all the way down the ice. Zebra waves that one off as Arapahoe picks it up in their own end, being pressured now by Cohen. Colin and Kai in there as well. Offense turns to defense as they swing back around into the neutral zone. Kai fighting for it. Arapahoe gains the Arvada zone and into the corner. Push towards the front of the net. That one's tipped up over to the crossbar. Cohen hard off the boards, held in at the point by the pinching defenseman. Walks in with that, puts that one wide. Here's Bo walking in. He's got a little bit of time with it. Bo gets pressured. Now it's picked up by Arapahoe. Bo comes in hard the other way, loses his stick, but Cohen helps him out. Now Cohen wheeling around the far side. Gets that one all the way out. Wave icing off.
Harry, big clear.
Big clear as Kai chases this one into the Arapahoe zone. They backhand it off the boards. Trying to pinch this one in, or Arvada keeps it in the zone just briefly and back out to the center ice. With 45 seconds left to go here in the first period, Bo spins that off the boards, not all the way out, and Milky gets it.
Arvada doing a good job of trying to get this puck out, but got to be a little more careful with some of those clears.
Kai comes in.
Almost turning him over.
Kai spins it back over to Milky in front and just jumps over Nick's stick. Nick on the far boards kicks it into the corner. And Arapahoe's going to get a penalty here with 21.2 seconds left to go in the first period.
Looks like we are going to get a hook. He tried to reel that fish in best he could, Harry, but he couldn't, so he's going to the box.
Hook, line, and sinker. Arvada power play. Gonna see Alex, Milky, and Nick. You got Jackson, Lexi on the power play unit, holding in that blue line. 21 seconds deep in the Arapahoe zone. See what they can do with this time left on the clock. 1 minute penalties. Shot towards the front of the net. That one's blocked. Arapahoe coming the other way.
Harry, is that new math or?
1 minute penalties. It's just the tournament rules. I had it texted to me right before the broadcast. They sent me the news from the truck just so we weren't confused. Lexi gets that one out, and that's going to be offside with 2.8 seconds left to go.
1 minute penalties. I know they reduced them from a minute 30, but we're
12 minute periods and 1 minute penalties. So
a lot of games to get in this weekend. So got to condense the game down a little bit, speed it up.
There's multiple levels of hockey going on here. And now we're walking our way into the first intermission. Arvada's going to start the second with a 39-second power play opportunity. We're leading 1-0 going into this, and we've got a special interview coming out. We got a little bit of a goalie breakdown here. See what's going on. This is Hunter Christensen
here. Let me pass this mic over, Harry, and you can handle this. So, Hunter Christensen,
PeeWee AA goalie here in Arvada. What's your thoughts here in this first period, Hunter?
Wynn's playing pretty good. He's got 0 goals allowed. He's made some great saves. The one in the last seconds tipped over the net, pretty good. He's straight square.
Perfect. And seeing it from Wynn's view like you do all the time in that crease, has Arvada been doing a good job keeping that puck pushed out to the sides?
Yes, I think they've done a very good job.
They've been working hard on that one. And we're talking here now, I mean, we're only a couple months away. We got an exhibition tilt coming up here at the end of January. It's been sanctioned, it's been cleared.
Yes.
You're going to be playing with our team when wins away at the
Team Colorado.
at the Team Colorado tournament.
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to stepping up and playing with this team?
Yes, I am very welcomed and very happy to play with you guys.
You got some friends on this team you played
yeah.
with before. You're good buddies with all these guys. We're really looking forward to seeing you there. What are you looking forward now for the next 2 periods from these kids?
Just hard skating, maybe some more breakouts out of the zone, not turning it over in the zone, neutral zone too.
You know what an NWB is, right?
Yep.
Yeah. We got to get rid of those NWBs. I agree with you. Hunter Christensen stepping in here. Arvada PeeWee AA goaltender breaking it down for us here in the first intermission. You're on the OTT Sports Network live with Harry Haviland, Carl Christensen back on the mic on this Tuesday evening here in Arvada, Colorado.
Hey, I gotta tell you, that was probably our most thorough and intelligent interview we've had ever on the OTC.
Well, if you'd ever met his mom, you know where he gets his brains from.
Clearly. We've had Dick Winter from the California Penal League. What other special guests have we had?
Oh, we've had them all.
We've had them all. But it might have been one of the more intelligent, best-looking interviews we've had on this network.
The one time, I don't know who was tuning in, we had Martin Brodeur in town, but I think you broke the game down better than him. And he was a good goalie in his time,
Yeah, he
but
was all right.
he's old and retired now.
Hall of Famer, right?
Yeah, barely.
yeah.
I mean, all-time wins,
He won a
all-time
couple games.
shutouts, couple
Yeah.
of cups. He's an all right guy for somebody from Quebec.
Yeah.
Coming out here.
French?
Yeah. En français, s'il vous plaît. Walking in, trying to pass that one across to Anderson as Arvada's still in the power play. The second period is kicked off. Tipped down in front. The puck is still loose. Everybody's crashing in front. Arapahoe kicks it out to the side. Back to 5-on-5 hockey as the Arapahoe player steps out of the box. And they walk it out of their own zone. Coming into the Arvada territory, going wide, being pushed there by Jax. Chases him in behind, trying to set into that one. It gets out to the point. Shot from the top,
big
a
block.
second attempt, and that's kicked to the side by Wynn. Far end to Anderson. Anderson passed that up to Jax. Loose puck just out of the reach of Evan. Jax spins it around. Evan stays on side. Here comes Jax wide into the territory and picked off as he tried to send that one over to Anderson.
Great save there by Wynn on the other and keeping this game 1-0. Kick that blocker out and just shush that thing away.
NWB there as Lexi retreats back on defense. Coming in 3-on-2 is Arapahoe trying to walk through, but Lexi gets in on that one. Good stick by Ethan. They still have it and kicked out by Wynn one more time. Lexi decides not to go off the backhand, off the boards, and Anderson can't manage to clear that one. Lexi does on the third attempt. And then it's held up there by Ethan, picked up by Anderson. Anderson over to Ethan. They walk across the blue line. Stopped by Arapahoe before they get too deep.
Arapahoe with a little bit of size advantage out there, really using it to keep that puck in at the blue line there, Harry. Oh, great pass up front.
Trying to get that one over to Anderson in front, but Anderson picks it up in the corner, walks towards the front. The shot towards the front. Cohen takes it! Anderson to Cohen. Cohen buries that. It's 2-0. He's sighted in his scope, fires a laser, buries one. It's 2-0 Arvada with 9:42 left in the second period.
Cohen, number 6, what an absolute snipe. Is that number 2 on the game there, Harry?
That is number 1. Colin got the first
Colin.
one. Colin.
Too many C's.
Colin,
Christensen,
Cohen, Kai,
Cohen.
Carl, Christensen. Too many C's.
Arvada up 2-0 here in this tilt and serval stick. Keep it up, boys.
Milo using the good body position on that one. Puts it back off the boards just out of Kai's reach. Here comes Kai trying to find Cohen. They kick that one into neutral territory. Flip back in. It's going to be offside. Whistle down. Oh, 9:27 here in the second period. Arvada's up 2-0, Carl.
Arapahoe looking a little shook down 2-0, Harry. You say they coming in as one of the top teams, and Arvada, as we said, keys to the game. They got to come out hot and apply it, and they are.
Nobody's seen this Arvada team and what they can do as Kai picks it up and they walk in 3-on-2, puts that towards the front, trying to find Cohen. Cohen gets it, shovels it towards the front of the net, hangs onto it as Kai comes crashing. They blow the whistle. Call this a dead puck. And as I'm going back to that, nobody's seen this Arvada team yet. We played 4 regular season games, and they're all getting surprised right now, going, wow, this team can actually play.
Love to see it.
Let's hope they can hang on to this as Milo goes back, tries to push it off the boards. Kai sneaks back on the back check. That one still gains the Arvada zone, goes around into the corner.
Great job by the forwards filling in on defense. Really hoping to keep that ice clean up front.
Kai over to Cohen, racing up. He's getting chased down and tripped up with no call on that. But Kai loses the puck as it goes into the corner. Hard off the boards to Arapahoe. Trying for a clean breakout pass, and Colin just missed on that one. Arapahoe has it the other way, coming in 2-on-3 into the Arvada corner. A little bit of body action there. Kai on his backhand and WB to the point. Arapahoe kicks that one in. Back over to Cohen. They get that one out. Now Kai's on the far boards fighting for it. Kai walks in 1-on-4, takes a shot. And the goalie's just going to glove that down, hang on to it as Colin was coming crashing in. With 8:40 left to go here and the clock's ticking. They stopped it. Okay.
They stopped it. Had a few too many in the parking lot there, Harry. Just one or
It
two.
was 8:40. Now it's 8:38. I'm not a math guy, but that's 2 seconds, right?
Yeah.
2 seconds is a lot in some people's world.
Love seeing Kai throw that puck at the net. All too often, you see too many toe drags, too much to do. Throw the puck at the net and see what happens, Harry.
Exactly. Go and crash. We've talked about it for years. Those dirty goals are the ones that'll get it.
Dirty, greasy goals is where it's at, Harry.
I was holding my breath there as that pressure was in front of the Arvada net, but coming in the other way now is Nick. Nick fighting his way into the Arapahoe zone, into the corner, walks out with it, gets it over to Alex. Alex in front of the net, bouncing puck comes across the blue line. That's going to be offside.
Great body positioning there in the corner. What was that, number 14, Nick?
That was Nick, yep.
Great body positioning there to be able to come out of the corner 1-on-2, dig that thing, and give your team a chance. Great to see.
Nick's got some wheels. He's been flying around here for these last few games, unrewarded for the effort he's been putting in, and hopefully he's going to get it here this week. As it's well deserved for the effort he's been giving this team. I met his grandparents from Florida here yesterday. Great to see them. Longtime OTT supporters and viewers. It was great to meet them in the lobby at practice yesterday. Shout out.
Little place called Florida where the beer flows like wine and the women flock like the salmon of the Capistrano.
Shot.
Oh. Tough shot there on Wynn. High glove. Looked like he was blocked there. I don't think he ever saw it, Harry.
I don't think he saw that puck, but one way or the other, it's now 2-1 for Arvada as Arapahoe sneaks within half at 7:34 left here in the second period. The OTT Sports Network, if you're not following us now, you can find us all weekend long, OTTSportsNetwork.com. Follow us on Facebook, follow us on YouTube. We're going to be here. Harry Haviland, special guest tonight, Carl Christensen. I wish he could be here with me all weekend and forever.
I just checked my schedule, Harry, and I've got a whole lot of nothing this weekend. So you might see me once, twice, 3 times this week.
That would be just unbelievable to have you join us here. As Arapahoe comes in and Alexi pushes it into the corner. Alexi steals that one, gets it off the boards over to Anderson. Anderson's got a little bit of time with it, tries to push it across the ice to Ethan, then loses it to Rapp on the far side. They walk in onside. Coming in now 2-on-1. The pass comes over. They find the open man on the far side. They tie this up with 6:57 left to go in the second period.
Harry, last 2 minutes in those 2 goals, your forwards all game have been down there helping out defensively in the neutral zone. They were late getting back. I saw 3 of them hanging out over here. Nobody to clean up that back check there and pick up that guy.
Wide open in front of the net. Arapahoe snipes another one.
We've got a hockey game here, Harry. 2-2 on a Tuesday.
And Cohen walking in. Cohen across, trying to find Kai. Kai off the boards. Pushes it back into the corner. Arapahoe picks it up behind their net. Colin out towards the front, misses Cohen on that one, and Arapahoe comes the other way. We got a high-paced hockey game going on right now. We're end-to-end action. Over to Kai on the far side. Kai's looking for Cohen. Kai can't find the handle on that one. Back into Arapahoe, they reset, break it out of their own end, coming across neutral territory. Walking into the Arvada zone, Lexi pushes him wide towards the front of the net, right through the crease and over into the corner. Back over to Milo. Milo picks it up behind his net. Now here's Cohen. Cohen's looking for it. Cohen trying to get it up to Kai. Couldn't tip it past that defender who was waiting at the blue line. Flip it back the other way. Arapahoe collects and they step to the Arvada zone. Great job by Lexi. Lexi walks out, gets that slapped away from her, but comes back to try and pick it up. Kai swings around. Looking for Cohen. Oh, and Cohen just gets tangled up with the defender, and that goes all the way back into the Arvada zone. Milo behind his own net that pushes that one in front of him. Into the corner, being pressured by Arapahoe. Up the boards, and doesn't clear the zone. Back into Lexi. Lexi backhands it over to Cohen. Cohen shoots that up. Couldn't find Kai. It's tipped by Arapahoe as they turn around at center ice and come back into the Arvada zone. Coming out, Alex can't clear this zone, picked up by Arapahoe. Arapahoe again, here we go with all this pressure back in the Arvada zone, Carl.
All the pressure there, bringing it here, and Arvada's really got to focus on getting that pass past the blue line and get through center ice here. Unable to get anything going.
They're getting tangled up, leaving their own zone, as Carl mentioned. 4:55 left here. We're all tied up at twos at the Apex Ice Arena on the OTT Sports Network. Harry Haviland, Carl Christensen, bringing you the action. Just nostalgia's coming back. Is it allowed to be nostalgia when it's only been a couple of years, Carl?
Harry, all the good feels, all the good feels. It's great to be back on the airwaves here. As I said, 2 years of contract negotiations. But it's great to be back.
And you've been working your own. You've kept the lawyers out of it. The OTT appreciates that. Here comes Nick. Nick comes into the Arapahoe zone, puts it on net. Oh, looking for that rebound was Milky. Milky comes into the corner, swings back around, still has it on his tape, but one more time Arapahoe collapses on it and then bounces over Nick's stick. Push it down, it's tipped by Owen, and Jax comes all the way back in his own end to pick this one up. Jax hard around the boards to Nick. Pushing it up to the blue line. What's up, David? We went through this last weekend. David Stensby just walking behind me. I did some strategic blocking. If anybody was tuning in to our last, that's assault, brother. I didn't say I didn't like it. I said I didn't appreciate it. I didn't say I didn't like it last weekend. Milky on his backhand comes across the blue line, still dangling with this one. Gets it lifted off his stick, helped out by Alex. Alex kicks it into the corner. Arapahoe behind their own net, making a pass D to D. They go back out the same way. Now got some time to walk with it. Alex chasing him down. Here comes Nick on the back check. Nick, unbelievable. Nick's hooked down on that one. Pushed up off the boards, and Alex is racing for it. Couldn't reach it in time, and Arapahoe comes back the other way. Great diving play there by Nick. He's all over the ice. He's on fire right now. Looking to be rewarded towards the front of the net and stick to the side by Wynn. Alex off the boards. Here comes Owen. Owen and Milky, two big bodies coming across. They gain the blue line. Owen takes that shot. It's blocked and swung around the other way. Held in there by Jackson and kicked all the way back out. Evan.
Two defensemen popping up into the play, trying to create some offense there for Arvada, Harry.
I think they're recognizing that maybe there's a time to step up into that play. That was it. Now coming back the other way, Evan on the back check. Evan does a great job getting back on that one. Off the boards hard, and now here comes Arvada the other way. Trying to dangle around. Going into the far side is Ethan. Ethan takes this into the corner. He's got Anderson going towards the front of the net. Ethan circling the corner. Sees a great opportunity there to Evan. It bounces over his stick and back to center to Bo. Bo over to Jax. Jax fires that up. Doesn't gain the zone. Arapahoe coming the other way. Arapahoe stays on side, coming across the blue line. Walks in, takes a shot. Big block by Jax. They come up with that puck after the block. They bury one. It's 3-2 Arapahoe with 2:08 left to go in the second period.
Harry, loose pucks in front of the net. Need to get those forwards back on that back check. You saw it a couple opportunities there before, creating offensive chances off that back check, and just didn't have them there. The boys looked gassed.
Arapahoe has been flying since they went down 2-0. Arvada just can't find a way to answer this right now. Trying to get out of this second period so their coaches can have a little bit of a chat with them. We've got 2 minutes left to go before the next intermission.
Gotta hold off this wave here, Harry. Get out of the period 3-2. Maybe tie it up 3-3.
3-3 would be a great way to walk into the third period, but Arapahoe's walking back into the Arvada zone. Now on the far side, coming in 2-on-1, trying to feed Evan there. Ethan going around, Ethan comes in on his backhand, he's going wide, he's coming in across the circle, takes a shot. Goalie's gonna hang on to that one, he doesn't want to see a rebound. Minute 25 left to go in the second period. Arvada trailing 3-2 here on the OTT Sports Network at the Apex Ice Arena in Arvada, Colorado.
Harry, a lot of ventures that OTT's been working on lately. We got the Cash Money limo, the fire truck with a hot tub in the back. We've got the IV ambulance. We've got a lot of things working here. So I haven't been just sitting in the office doing nothing. We've got a lot of ventures out there.
There has been. We've been seeing this stuff come across our emails, come across the desk. It's been amazing. Like, the OTT is going to blow up.
New shirt sponsorship coming out. Arvada OTT will be on there sponsoring that. It's really just about getting our name out there. We're worldwide.
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 Cohen here set to take this draw. He's got Kai and Colin trying to put some pressure on this Arapahoe team with 1:20 left to go. Colin just misses on that shot off the draw. Keeping this one in, Cohen chasing it into the corner. Fighting against Arapahoe, being helped out there by Colin. Colin fighting, trying to get it back over to Cohen. Cohen towards the front of the net. Just picked off before it could get to Kai. Kai chasing it into the corner, gets a backhand on it, stepping in his bow. Keeping that in at the blue line briefly. Lexi in her own end as we're down to the 45-second mark. Out towards the front and broken up. Shot again. Now here comes Kai. He's got an opportunity walking through. Kai gets it over to Cohen. Cohen to Kai. Kai just puts it towards the front of the net. Cohen with the rebound. That's what we're talking about. The greasy, grimy Gopher guts.
Unbelievable.
Towards the front of the net. Pick up those dirty rebounds. Bury one. Cohen taps his second one of the game. Arvada ties it up 3-3 with 31 seconds left to go in the second period.
Dirty, greasy, grimy 3-3 hockey game. Throw the puck to the net, crash it hard, and see what happens, Harry.
So
you
you
love
want
to
it.
see
It worked right there.
It's just like we drew it up 30 minutes ago.
31 seconds left here in the second period. We're all tied up. Alex Milky and Nick out there for Arvada. You've got Owen, you've got Milo on defense coming back at center ice. Alex is hanging on to this one. Kicked into the Arvada zone by Arapahoe. They come towards the front. Milky gets back on that one, then kicked to the side by Big Owen. Milky on the far boards, pushes that one hard, clears the zone. Arapahoe trying to fire this one back in. They're going to kick this one to the corner. 3 seconds left to go. Buzzer's going to sound. Ending the second period. We're all tied up at threes. Anything can happen here in the third period.
Ooh, good period of hockey there, Harry. Seeing a lot of goals there. 3-3 hockey game. You know, it's anybody's game right now. I think to this third period, Arvada's got it back check. They get the whole sheet. Get those quick shifts. Keep your legs. Get after it.
What's up, Freddie? Freddie Pfeiffer walking by. Shout out to him. Just getting it in from the truck. Shots 16-12 for Arvada. Actually getting the shots on net. Just got to find those quality ones.
That's great to see. As we've been saying the whole time, if they can keep the puck out of the middle, Harry, you know, Arvada's in a great spot.
They've been doing a great job in their defensive end, and obviously they're doing a good job in the offensive zone too, just pushing those pucks towards the front of the net. Trying to solve this Arapahoe goaltender here in the third is going to be the key.
Harry, obviously Thanksgiving week, Thursday, Is it Thanksgiving in Canada on Thursday too, or is that just an
Thanksgiving
American
in
holiday?
Canada was back in October.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, so we got two different Thanksgivings.
All right.
So all the people in Canada that are tuned in right now, they're taking time off their work to join us tomorrow at 8:30 tomorrow morning.
Beautiful.
7:30 on Friday morning. All those Canadian viewers, I got to give a big shout out to everybody up there.
Big shout out to Canada. Big shout out to Canada.
But-
So, American Thanksgiving. What's your favorite? Tell me, what's your favorite piece, and what's the difference between American Thanksgiving, Canadian Thanksgiving?
The extra days off.
Extra days off. All right.
American Thanksgiving, you get Thursday and Friday off, and nobody gives a crap about going to work on Wednesday. So it's like a 5-day weekend.
I mean, I haven't given a crap about going to work since Monday.
You know what? I've actually spent a lot of time in my office today and yesterday, but nobody that I've been trying to get a hold of has been paying attention to me. So I should have taken the whole week off too. But if my boss is tuning in, I spent 2 solid days in my office.
If your boss is tuning in, you did not text me at noon today and say, I am ready to leave the office and let's meet for lunch.
Allegedly.
That must have been somebody else.
Allegedly.
That was Trevor Havlin, not
That
Harry
was Trevor.
Havlin.
That wasn't Harry. Here we go. Third period action coming at you at the OTT Sports Network as Arvada pushes it towards the front of the net. Alex starting this period with Milky and Nick, Milo and Owen on defense. That's big number 32, as always, in between the pipes. Coming into the Arvada zone, Arapahoe pressuring hard. They kick this one back out to the point. That one gets shot onto the net off the side of the post as Wim was sneaking his pad across. Alex in behind the net, over to Nick on the far side. Nick can't push that one past. As I got Stensby reaching again.
Speaking of Stensby, it's almost Stensnog season.
Big hug for Dave Stensby.
One of the best eggnogs I've ever had. I don't know if you've ever sampled it.
Stensnog.
The owner, operator, the pioneer of Stensnog.
Stensnog.
Tell us a little bit about your
Tell
recipe.
you what, the first time you ever come visit us, the OTT Sports Network, Stensnog is sponsored, right?
Oh, your boys are back on the ice.
Oh, I got a mic of my own. That's your mic.
Get out of here.
Can't give away the recipe. Are you the color commentator?
It's a secret recipe, but everybody's got to come try some Stensnog here in
Remind me to
Arvada.
send him an invoice for sponsorship name dropping. That's at least $200,000. Soon, buddy. Soon. I'll let you know. Come.
Pushed into the side there by Arapahoe as they're forced to reset in their own zone. Arvada pressuring them hard. That's Anderson going in. Arapahoe steps in. Evan just couldn't get it off his skates. Here comes Arapahoe the other way, getting taken down hard. In front of the net, Jackson flips that one out over the blue line back to Arapahoe at center ice.
Good job.
Arapahoe walking in, coming in 1-on-3 right now. Big stick of Bo pushes that off to the side.
Big
in
stick,
behind,
big body, big
hard
clears.
one. All the way out there by Ethan. I've only got Facebook open up here on my phone right now, so if you're tuning in on YouTube, welcome to everybody worldwide. Big shot glove down as Ethan's coming in, looking to pick that top corner. We're tied up at 3s with 9:53 left to go here in the third period. OTT Sports Network bringing you the action today, tomorrow, Friday, and hopefully on Sunday.
Harry, let's see it in the chat. Favorite Thanksgiving dish, drink, whatever it may be. Put it in the chat out there. We'll respond. We'll let you guys know what we're thinking.
You know what I'm doing for Thanksgiving dinner?
Can't imagine.
I've got some beautiful ribeyes that are
Oh,
just
my
going to be seasoned up. I'm not a big turkey dinner guy. I love a turkey dinner, but I hate doing it.
I tried to go a little untraditional this year and got outvoted to go back to traditional. So
I've done the air fry turkey. I've done the infrared turkey. Sorry, the deep fried.
fry? You had a deep
No,
fried turkey?
I've had a deep fried, but I've done the infrared. There's no oil. It's
That's
just like an
a
infrared
fake fry.
cooker.
Fake fry? Is that
Oh.
like a self-tanning?
It is like a self-tanning
Self-tanning
turkey, but still gives us some time to hang out in the garage and cook up a turkey, shoot some pucks at the net.
Self-tanning turkey. That sounds like something we need to put in the OTT Sports Network.
Self-tanning turkeys as the puck comes in and Arvada kicks that back out. Arapahoe holds it off, doesn't come offside. Into the corner as Milo chases it behind his own net. Milo around the far boards over to Colin, sorry. Colin can't get it up, but gets it back. Flips it up. Looking for Cohen, who's dangling at the point. Off the skate of Milo and into the corner. Milo backhands that one up over to Colin. Towards the front and broken up by Lexi. That came out. That was way out. It comes out eventually.
There, Harry.
There was 2 offsides there, clearly.
2-man crew, though. I don't think there's a third.
But
man
Arapahoe
there
making some changes, and Arvada's got some time to walk this out. Here comes Milo coming up the far side. Comes up off his backhand, tries to push it across the red line. Back over to Lexi. Lexi flips this is up. And now Arapahoe walking into the Arvada zone. Comes in, takes a shot, and win with a big save. A rebound deflected off to the side there by Colin. And now here comes Cohen. Cohen pushes that ahead, gets around the player going into the corner. He's waiting for somebody to catch up to him as Cohen was wheeling into the Arapahoe zone. Icing waved off as Owen's going to pick this up before it crosses the red line, circles behind his own net. Owen gaining up some speed here. Comes through up towards Lexi on the far boards. Lexi pushes that one in, but it sneaks back out. Nick fires it in off the back of the ref. Held in here by Milky. Milky backhand over to Alex. Alex trying to get that shot off, picked up by Arapahoe. Held into the point by Nick. Nick turns, fires that towards the front of the net. It's blocked down and kicked into the corner by Arapahoe. Off the boards, back to Nick. Misfires on that one, and here comes Arapahoe. Nick's got the wheels, chasing him down, and Bo picks this one up as it goes into the Arvada corner. Bo holds his player against the boards, but Arapahoe skates behind the Arvada net. Top of the circle shot, blocked by Alex. Blocked again, and Owen's fighting for it. Here comes Nick out of his own zone.
Really picked up in the last 2 minutes here, Carl.
It has. I'm walking too far away. I got my mic. My mic is all tangled up here.
Getting boxed out by our camera producer, though, who's doing a great job. Big shout out to Katie Winter. Birthday was last week.
Her birthday,
25.
25-year-old camera operator, Katie Winter. Big shout out. The heart and soul behind the OTT Sports Network.
Katie
None
Winter,
of this would happen without her.
Not necessarily a subsidiary of OTT Sport Network, but we're looking to buy it.
Alex Howard into the Arapahoe zone, fighting against the corner. Out to the point, fired in there by Bo. It's on net, and the Arapahoe goalie hangs onto it. 6:34 left to go here in the third period. We're all tied up at 3s at the OTT Sports Network. Harry Haviland, Carl Christensen, Katie Winter behind the camera.
Harry, gotta get something dirty, greasy. Throw that puck to the net. Don't get fancy with it. Throw it to the net and see what something happens.
It can happen right here as Evan takes that draw and pushes it into the corner. Big body of Arapahoe picks that up. Out to the side, but Ethan's going to try and walk in with this one. Still fighting towards the front of the net. Everybody's battling for a loose puck in front. Gets kicked back out to Milo. Milo with the rolling puck. Milo tries to go across. Jack sees that and pushes it into the corner to Anderson. Anderson towards the front of the net. Rebound opportunity there by Evan, and Evan just gets it off the side of the goalie's glove. Towards the front, nobody there. Picked up by Arapahoe. Clearing attempt is good, but back over to Milo. Milo goes D to D to Jax. Jax flips that up to center ice. Can't find a black jersey. And Arapahoe walks in the other way. Takes the shot. Big blocker. Comes up out of Wynn's net. Kicks that one up into the mesh. Keeping it 3-3 with 5:50 left to go in the third period.
Big blocker save there by Wynn with him on the doorstep. Love to see it. Deflects it up to the net. 5:50 left here. Got to get it going. Got to get it going.
Get those pucks to the net. We've been talking about it. A couple of them have happened. And Evan's going to try it here as Evan walks up the far boards. He's walking into the Arapahoe zone, gets pushed off that puck. He's still fighting for it against 2 players. Swung around the other way, held into the point by Jax. Jax has it on his backhand, looking over to Anderson. Anderson couldn't control it. Milo's back at the blue line. Rolling puck, he just fires that one hard. Sneaks past the Arapahoe defender. Evan into the corner, couldn't get his stick on it. Picked up and bodied down. still fighting at 3-on-2. Arapahoe with the advantage. Back over the point. Jackson flips that towards the front of the net. Looking for the tip was Anderson. Arapahoe with the breakout pass. They miss on that one. Back to Jax. Jax has it bounce over his stick. Gets it all the way across the ice to Ethan. Ethan backhands it off the boards to himself. Gets tripped up with no call. To Arapahoe. Kept in there by Jax. He gets back on defense as Arapahoe comes through center ice. Walking into the Arvada zone with a backhand. Big block there by Jax off the side. Fighting for in front. Evan. Puck's loose in front. Arapahoe walking the blue line. That's outside. Arvada parents were not going to let the refs get away with another non-offside on that.
Thought we were going to lose a couple pieces of plexiglass there.
Somebody was going over the edge on that one, Carl.
We've seen a few not called today. We talked about the one in the summer of '68. That one would have been egregious had they not called it.
Flipped in by Arapahoe. Over to Owen. Owen sees the tip out. Colin tips it, and here comes Cohen the other way. Cohen trying to get that one over to Kai. It's kicked off the skate of the Arapahoe defenders. They circle back in their own end. Kai keeps that in, gets it into the corner, puts it over to Cohen, and bounces over his stick. Cohen goes into the far corner. Up the far boards, bouncing puck held in by Owen. Back over to Cohen, then off the boards and out by Arapahoe. Flipped in, and Kai's offside.
Early offside whistle there, Harry. It's almost like he anticipated the offside. Because it looked like he was back to check up, but I got a bad angle and I got people in front of me.
I'm thinking when you see the player 26 and a half feet inside the blue line, you can
26
anticipate.
and a half feet? It looked like
Maybe
23.
23. I'm not wearing my glasses. Cohen fighting for this one, trying to get it out. Is Arapahoe. They do so over to Colin. Colin gets it back over to Lexi, just jumps over her stick. Now she's retreating back in behind her own net. 3:43 left to go. We're all tied up in threes. Over to Colin. Colin's coming up. He's got Cohen. Pushes that just past Cohen's reach.
Ice there, Harry.
3:33. 3-3 in the third period.
Just got to get it past that red line, throw it down, and then get a change. That line was gassed.
They've been out there a while. We do have a new line out, but we're going to be deep in the Arvada zone for this next faceoff. Oh, that one gets flipped over the crossbar and into the corner. Milky chasing it down. Out to the Arapahoe point and into the corner. Picked up by Alex. He's going to walk this out of his own zone. Flipped around quickly, but it's going to be offside. Can we get back to that fire truck? Because that's the thing that I think I'm a little bit excited about.
I think it's in the shop right now. John Maurer, OTT, he's got it in the shop. He's got his fire crew working on it. You know, hot tub up top, Bloody Mary bar, grill. It's going to be a thing of beauty.
It's going to be unbelievable. You guys are going to have to come into Arvada from across the globe. I mean, we're working on the jet. We'll be flying people in. The VIPs will be coming in soon, but
you know, some big we're working on it. You know, I can tell them since we got 2 minutes, 50 seconds left, we're actually converting the water storage tanks for the fire truck into cocktail and beverage beer dispensers. So we're gonna have taps outside, serving vodka soda, serving beer, etc. It's gonna be revolutionary.
It doesn't get better than that, and it's only going to come to you from the OTT Sports Network. Flipped around, Bo's got some room there. Arapahoe's changing, Bo's going to walk in, comes across the blue line, comes to the top of the circle, takes a shot, and it's blocked by the big defender who gets back in time. Gets shoved into the corner hard. There was Nick, but coming around the other side is Milky looking to back check on this one as Arapahoe's flying out of their own zone. Arapahoe coming in 3-on-2. Nick on the reach, and the shot, rebound, still loose in front, kicked over to the side. Nick onto the far side. Nick has bodied off that puck out towards the top of the circle. The shot's blocked there by Milo into the corner. Arapahoe pressuring hard into the front. Still can't get a glove on top of that is Win. Alex off the backhand over to Milky. Milky off the boards. Here comes Milky the other way, coming in 1-on-3. He's walking in across the Arapahoe blue line, goes wide on this. Can't get through 3 defenders, and Arapahoe pushes it the other way. Back out to Jax. Jax on the far boards. Jax across the red line. Does it right there. Gets across the red line. Fires that one in deep. Arapahoe in their own corner. Chased down hard by Anderson. Evan right on top of him. Arapahoe coming out the other way. Back out to Lexi at center ice. Right here in front of the benches. Right below the press box. All the action right in your living room. Coming around is Ethan. Ethan gets his stick lifted. Come back in the other way. 3-on-2 now. Arapahoe comes in, takes a shot. Wynn sees that one all the way. Hangs on to it. We've got 1 minute left in the third period. It's 3-3. Arapahoe, Arvada, first game of the Silver Sticks tournament.
Silver Sticks weekend.
The winner of this tournament goes on to play in Michigan against the best of the best.
Wow.
In January.
What an opportunity on the doorstep for all these young kids playing this weekend, Barry. I remember the opportunities we had as young men.
I mean, that teeter-totter competition that I came second place in almost got me to Toledo back in '82. But
Toledo,
nothing like this.
Toledo in '82 was a spot. What an absolute
there was no
spot.
rules in Toledo in '82. Coming back the other way, Arapahoe, Lexi off the boards. We're winding into the final 38 seconds of this game. Arapahoe's pressuring hard. They come in, they stay on side. They're into the Arvada zone. Arapahoe coming around. Lexi steps into that one. Arapahoe on the backhand. Into the front to Evan. Push to the side. Jax can't handle it. Banged off the side of the net. Nobody knows where the puck is. It's still loose. Kicking around there is Arapahoe. Coming, trying to wrap that one around to the front of the net.
goodness.
Evan puts it to the front. Shoveled and blocked.
there.
Now Anderson's got coming the other way. 9 seconds left. Coming in 3-on-1. Walking in, looking to get the shot off. Takes the shot and fires that one wide. Buzzer sounds with a 3-3 tie. Arvada had one final opportunity there. We're going to take a tie here. We don't go into overtime or anything, do we?
No OT, but then Arvada comes away with a point, which Harry.
That could be a big point against one of the top teams in the league right now, Carl.
Totally believe it. What a great tilt. Arvada comes out hot, goes up 2-0. Arapahoe fights back, puts up 3 unanswered, and then you see Arvada get that big equalizer late.
Final shots, Arapahoe did come back. Getting it from the truck now, 22-20. Final shots, Arapahoe on Arvada. Wynn standing tall back there. Defense doing a good job clearing out those rebounds. We're walking into the next 3 games here. We got a 1 point coming out of the first game. Who knows what can happen? We got Littleton tomorrow, or no, not Littleton tomorrow. We got NOCO, we got DU, and then we got Littleton, I think. We got some tough sledding ahead of us, but this Arvada team's telling me that they can do something with it.
Answered the bell coming out in this first game, coming out with a 3-3 against one of the top teams in the league. So great to see him get that point here. 8:30 tomorrow, OTT Sports Network. Carl Christensen, I might try to get up, put a Bloody Mary in the cup, come down here and call the game with
I'll
you.
pour the Bloody Marys if Carl Christensen can come join us.
The hospitality around here.
And on behalf of the OTT Sports Network, I'm Harry Haviland. We're kicking it out for tonight. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 8:30.